the Crypto Doe Show. Now today I want to talk about, and happy holidays to all if you celebrate Thanksgiving. It's the time to be with family. I may not be into the history of Thanksgiving, right? But once you know, but it's the time to be with family. So hey, now we're talking about stablecoin dominance, right? I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes to get in. 3 topics. We're gonna talk about stablecoin dominance. We're also gonna talk about the DXY, the US dollar, and we're gonna talk about the euros and how these 3 things aligning could actually be a bullish thing for the market, depending on how it goes, right? Depending on how it goes. So I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes to get in. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm Crypto Doe once again, here to share everything I know with you guys, so together we can go further than Wells Fargo. I know it's early and I'm not supposed to be eating pie, but check it out. We're gonna see what it's like. We're gonna see what it's Scrumptious deliciosos. Scrumptious deliciosos. But anyway, stable coins. We're talking stable coins, right? And stablecoin dominance, last time I checked, stablecoin dominance was at a 10.62%. It fell a little bit to 9, had the high 9s, but it's actually rising. Now, you know that I stated if stablecoin rises, it means that people are taking their money out the market and they putting it in something stable, because the market at times can be very volatile. Especially when you're talking about crypto. Crypto goes up hundreds of percentages. Crypto also can go down hundreds of percentages, or 30-40% in a day or in a couple hours. Crypto is crypto, right? That's for sure. Crypto is crypto. But this is why I like crypto, because it's highly volatile. It's not for the weak. Crypto is not for the weak. If y'all seen Bitcoin dip 36%, it's not for the weak. That's about a $36,000 dip. It's not for the weak, right? It's only for the strong, because you got to understand what's going on, right? What's the $36,000 to something, an asset class that can be, not saying that it's guaranteed, an asset class that can be worth millions in the near future? What's 36%? Absolutely nothing, right? It's like ants, if you really want to be technical, right? You got to zoom out sometimes. Now let's talk about the DXY. What's the DXY, Crypto Doe? The DXY is the US dollar. You can also check these things out in Trader's View. Trader View I use to check out the Bitcoin dominance, which the Bitcoin dominance has fell off the cliff and it's actually getting lower, which is a positive catalyst, right? Stablecoin dominance is rising, which isn't so good, because people are fleeing the safety. Just so you know how people are acting on a macro scale. So I use these as my macro indicators, right? Forget the small talk. I use these as my macro indicators. Also, the DXY is another indicator that I use, because if the DXY, meaning that if the dollar goes down in value, risk on assets like crypto, stocks, and everything else will be considered, like bonds. They're going to go up in value. The dollar right now is actually high. So what I'm waiting on, which is supposed to be decided upon today, what I'm waiting on is simply euro. The euro has a bill or a funding package that's supposed to be approved today. If the funding package get approved, and you notice, right, the funding package get approved and you notice that the euro goes up, which means the euro is strengthening, that means that the dollar is going to get weak. So I want the euro to strengthen. I guess if you was trading, you know, people that trade different currencies, Forex, that'd be beneficial to them. But I don't trade Forex. I should, but I don't, right? I'm more of a value investor. I like to buy things, hold things, then sell it at a certain price point, right? So I'm like a long-term investor. I don't care about the short year 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't care about that stuff, right? I used to be that type of person, and I've noticed. I'm reading the book, The Intelligent Investor, and you got to pick what type of strategic or strategy is best for you. And I noticed that what's best for me is long-term, right? Less headache and more accumulation, and then you sell at a certain price point. That's it. People make it difficult though. Kathleen said, hello, what's going on, Kathleen? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. That's all I ask, if you didn't do so already. Now, if this package get passed today, right? If this bill get passed today, or funding get passed today in Europe, and the euro decides to increase, right? Meaning that it decides to strengthen, it's going to be a positive thing for crypto, because the dollar will begin to weaken. And when the dollar begins to weaken, then guess what? Crypto prices, we might have a quick little run up. We may have a quick run up. And this quick run up is something that I've been saying, that Bitcoin is oversold. If you check out my last couple videos, Bitcoin is oversold. The market itself is oversold. When it's oversold, it means that people have sold it. So it ain't that much selling that you can do at this point. What's left? Buying opportunities. Asraf said, hey bro, what's going on? Smash, if it's your first time here, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification for me. That helps me swim through the algorithm, right? But I'm saying it all to say, those are the things that's happening today that can be positive for the group. So we may have a Thanksgiving bounce. We may have a Thanksgiving rally if these things happen. If it don't happen, then I'll keep you posted. But pay attention to the European news and the European funding. Pay attention to that. And if you don't want to pay attention to that, pay attention to the dollar, the DXY. If you pay attention to the DXY and you notice that the DXY is dipping, then you know that crypto is about to rip. If you see that stablecoin dominance has fallen, then you know that crypto is about to rip. People are slowly allocating their money, because last time I checked, we hit a high of like 11 point something percent, and now we actually drop a percentage. Now we're actually trending back up, but we drop our percentage, which means that people allocated something to something. Now, it's not that I'm big on Bitcoin right now, because Bitcoin can only go up from where it's at right now 100%, right? According to markets and JP Morgan's and the market makers and the predictors, right? According to that. But I'm saying it all to say, I'm more so focused on altcoins, because that's the thing that didn't happen yet. And I'm not saying all altcoins are going to blow up. No, I think this one may be a little different, where a selected few altcoins blow up. I'm definitely going to double down on the base network. I gave you guys a pick yesterday that I seen, and I said, oh, okay, the MyTech CEO, he's big on all these other platforms. And it's funny, in a day it went up 10x. Because when you have low liquidity coins, meaning that low liquidity things that you could put $100,000 in, that can actually raise it by 5x. So imagine if a group of people got together and say, hey bro, I'm gonna put 100,000, you put 100,000, you put 100,000, we're gonna run this up. It can be risky, but you got to get in before they run it up and then they dump it. You can actually benefit off of that, a quick 10x in a day. And that's what happened yesterday. I got the info when it was, I think it was at about 75,000. I put a small amount of money in. I think I put about 2,000 in. It went up about 3x, 4x, 3.5 in a percentage, and I just got out because I said I already missed the boat on the 10x. You know, if I would have put it in the day before when it was at $30,000 market cap, then it would have been boom. But I found out this information, let's just say 8 hours too late. And I wasn't going to be greedy on it. I was not going to be greedy on it. So I say, hey, I'm just going to get what I can. If it go up 1x, 2x, I'm okay with that. I'll just jump out. That was one of my jump in, jump out small allocations. And it worked out to be, you know. Ashraf said, will Bitcoin be great to buy or not? I mean, it all depends on how long you want to wait. It all depends on your strategy. I can't give you financial advice, but I know that Bitcoin long term is a buy. I know that Bitcoin long term is a buy, right? As far as short term, this is when, who knows? Because we don't know if the bottom's in. There's a lot of catalysts that has to happen. Bitcoin is looking bearish overall. It didn't hit its $72,000 mark, which I think can be like a retracement from where it pumped at. It pumped from 72 to 74,000 all the way up to 126. So we need to hit that line again so we can even see if that's support. It may fall out. So I'm just being quite honest with you. We don't know about that. But as far as it falls dollar cost average into Bitcoin for the long term, oh, I'm with that. So that's why, to me, it don't matter if it goes up or down. Because if it goes down, I'm simply going to be allocating some more money because I have a long-term goal on that one. I'd rather hold Bitcoin than cash. Because at least I know it goes up 20% yearly. Now, do your cash go up 20% in your bank account? Absolutely not. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have cash because cash is king, right? It gives you time to buy into things, so have some cash. But I'm talking about as far as saving and investing, I would much rather park my money into vehicles that goes up and beat the inflation rate. And I think the inflation rate that you got to beat every year, the magic number is about 16%. That's what they're not telling you. So these little 4 or 5%, you're still going to be in the negatives. These little stock, when it goes up 10% a year, you're still going to be in the negative. You know, so that's just what I think. Cyro say, yo, bro, how you doing today? I can't complain. Today is going to be whatever type of day I want it to be, right? And I'm going to claim that it's going to be a good day, right? I got my lungs. I could breathe. I got my voice. I could talk. I got my hands. So I'm very grateful for a lot of different things, right? I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to have employment. I'm grateful to be an entrepreneur. I'm grateful to want to do my research. I'm grateful to have foresight. I'm grateful to have health. I'm grateful I'm grateful for a lot of different things. So I can't complain. You know, I'm actually grateful. You know, I can't complain at all. A lot of people don't have what I have, and I'm not worried about what I don't have. I'm not worried about what I don't have. You know? So, Ashraf said, can I give you a tip? What's the tip? I don't know what you mean by that. A tip as in, do you have some insight, or what's the tip? Let me know. I don't really know what you mean by. What are you talking about? Monetary? I don't know. You should talk to everyone in stream because everyone are leaving. It's okay. They can leave, and like I say, I do a daily update. So I don't really do this for, you know how some people do things for numbers and clout and this, that. I really do this to get the message out and to let you know about crypto and all of that. So, see, I'm the type of guy, I'm starting from ground one. And I'm okay with people leaving and joining back, and I'm okay with that. Like that's nothing, you know. I'm literally okay with it. As long as people get the message, do some research on these blockchain technology, because if you follow blockchain, you follow the money, right? You would know what the future may bring, and the future to me is going cashless. We're going to be a cashless society, and you may want to get ahead of the movement. You know, that's the point of it. You know, but on that note, you know how I like to end it. I appreciate everyone for tuning on in. In the description down below, make sure that you check out my merch store. Make sure you check out my merch store. Wish you great success. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the positive comments and the affirmations. I wish you guys the best as well. I wish you nothing but greatness and abundance and prosperity. Now on that note, I'm Crypto Doe, once again here to share everything I know with you guys, so together we can go further than Wells Fargo. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. That's all I ask. Put on your seatbelt. It is damn near time to take off in 5,